And at the sound of the trumpets, the walls came tumbling down. It was, you see, a miracle to show the people of Israel that God... Yes, Burgess?
I was just wondering if they ever happen now, sir.
What?
Miracles, sir.
Oh, don't be silly, Burgess. God has got an entire universe to run. Got far more important things to do than make miracles. Particularly for a form like this.
I just thought it might explain the box, sir.
What box? Ah! Right, everyone, stay where you are.
You all right, John?
What?
You look a little pale. Is everything all right?
It's that.
The box?
Yes. Down! You don't believe in miracles, do you?
No.
No?
No, it's the pores out of the bottom that give it away. See?
It's that dog.
I expect it got put under there by one of the children.
It's that dog again. It did it on purpose.
What?
It knew I was talking about miracles.
Now, John, careful. Remember what the doctor said.
And it wanted to make a fool of me. Well, that's the last time.
No, John, no, no.
Right. You...
The headmaster's been called away. If you'd just like to get on with some work. Rosalind, would you please go to the staff room and ask for Mr. Blocker's medicine?
All right, Eric. Let's go.
Rachel, I don't know if you heard, but that dog of yours appeared in Mr. Blocker's class again.
Yes, miss. But he's not actually my dog, miss.
No, I know that. The thing is, Mr. Blocker's had a lot of trouble with that dog, and it can make him rather emotional. I just wanted to say, I think it might be better if he wasn't seen on school premises for a while, at least until things calm down. Would it help if we put him into kennels for a couple of weeks?
Mr. Blocker?
The dog.
Wait, I don't think he'd like that, miss. He has to be able to come and go.
Yes. Just keep him out of Mr. Blocker's way, won't you? I'd hate anything to happen to him.
You just have to keep out of his way.
Oh, it's all very easy to say, Rachel. But what about Friday?
What?
The school trip to the Caves Museum. I'll be with him the whole day. If something happens while we're there...
Don't go then.
Can't just not turn up.
Get Blocker to ban you. I mean, it's not very difficult. Half the third year are banned because he sat on a whoopee cushion.
Banned?
All you have to do is wait for him to say, "Who is responsible for this?" and put your hand up. He'll do the rest.
And what I want to know is who exactly is responsible. Because until I find out the name of the mindless vandal that destroyed my property so viciously yesterday, sit down, Banks, I'm talking. Until I find out, there will be no school trip on Friday, no mothering Sunday service.
Sir, it was me.
No school matches, use of the playground. What did you say?
It was me, sir. Did it to your bike. I'm very sorry.
You did this to my bicycle? How?
Well, I was in a bit of a bad mood yesterday. I suppose I sort of got a bit carried away.
Eric? Eric Banks?
That's right.
It can't have been.
No. It's definite. He confessed. In front of everyone.
No, it can't have been him. The council have just rung through to apologise.
The council?
Their workmen were pollarding the sycamore out on the road and a branch fell on your bicycle. They said, could they buy you a new one?
But Banks said it was him. Why would he say it was him if it wasn't?
I've no idea. Unless, did you by any chance say you were going to ban the trip to the caves on Friday?
Yes.
Well, they were all rather looking forward to it. Perhaps he thought that if he owned up, then everybody else would be able to go.
Really? You think children do things like that?
Then he said he thought I was one of the nicest boys he'd ever come across.
Blocker said that.
He said he was very sorry for shouting at me, gave me a toffee, and said he hoped I had a really good time at the Caves Museum tomorrow.
Never mind. This'll get him going.
I hope you're right.
Don't stop.
But I finished.
You have to be actually writing it when he sees you. Otherwise he'll think someone else has done it. Now wash the last bit off and do it again. Slowly.
Right. You're sure he'll see it?
He comes this way every evening without fail. He'll be here.
Banks!
What's going on here? What are you two doing? Eric, do you have an explanation for this?
Yes.
No explanation is necessary, Mrs. Jessup. It's perfectly clear what's going on.
Oh, good.
Young Eric here obviously discovered this childish graffiti about his headmaster and decided to wash it off before I saw it and made more threats to ban the school trip.
Oh, that's one theory.
Well done, Eric. Keep up the good work. Oh, it's wonderful, isn't it? Almost restores one's faith in children.
So first, we'll all walk down to the canal where we'll get on the narrowboat that takes us up to the caves.
And if anyone falls into the canal, they'll have me to answer to.
The narrowboat then drops us off at the entrance to the Caves Museum, where you'll find some very interesting exhibits.
And if I see anyone touching anything, there'll be trouble.
From there, we go into the caves themselves. Now remember, they stretch for miles underground, so it's very important that we stick together and follow the signs.
And if anyone's stupid enough to get lost, they'll spend the rest of the day in the coach.
And we hope you all have a very nice day. Don't we?
What? Oh, yes.
I wish you'd stop worrying, Eric. I mean, we're going to have a really nice time. You don't seriously think anything terrible is going to happen, do you? Honestly, Eric, you're such a pessimist. I told you, Eric, we just have to keep outside and follow behind the others. Where are you going? I'll just wait here. That's what happens if you drink 3 cans of pop on the coach.
Stop that dog! Oi! Come back here! Stop! Stop that dog!
Of all the gents in all the world.
Get that dog! You come back here! Stop! Stop that dog! Heel, arm, heel! Out of my way! Come back here! Stop that boat! Stop! Ah! sorry about all this, but I'm looking for a dog.
A dog?
Yes, a dog. Would you mind getting out of my way? Ah! Gotcha! Oh, sorry, madam, wrong dog. Right. Now, I want you all to listen very carefully. There is a dog aboard here, and I want everyone to be absolute. Sit down! Don't be foolish. Let me finish.
Please sit down.
No, look, I will sit down. And let me finish.
Sit down.
Don't worry, I know exactly what I'm doing. Because this wretched dog, I can tell you...
Now, once we get inside the caves, it's going to be very dark. So have you all got your torches?
Yes, miss.
And remember what I said. Stick to the arrows, and you can't get lost.
Where's Mr. Blocker, miss?
He'll be joining us later, Anthony.
Oh, I thought he was dead, miss.
No, Rosalind, he's just having a little lie down with those nice St. John's ambulance people. Now, we start with part of the cave that was used as an air raid shelter during the war. Come on, hurry up at the back.
Eric, are you all right? Oh, I think you're safe now. Blocker knocked himself out on the bridge. Do you want to come round the caves? Well, we'd better keep back out of sight. I don't think dogs are allowed in here.
Right, the next thing we come to is an oubliette. Now, that's a sort of hole in the ground where in the 12th century they used to bury prisoners alive and leave them starved to death in the dark.
Just as well Blocker's not here. Tell him about that sort of
I'm
thing.
all right. I know what I'm doing. I saw it. I definitely saw that dog come down here. And when I find him... Ha!
Good thinking, Eric.
And look above you. Some of these caves were formed by erosion, but most were carved out of the rock.
All right. Where is he?
Mr. Blocker.
I saw him come down here. Now, spread out, everyone. I want that dog found.
Is this wise? And should you be up so soon, you had a very nasty bang on the head, you know.
It's all right, Victoria. I'm fine, just fine. And once I get my hands on that animal, I'll feel even better.
It's just a dog, John.
It's not just a dog, Victoria. It's the dog. It's him.
It's the only way, Eric. You've got to lose him. Right, you can't have him chasing you around like that all day. Just make sure you keep ahead of him, right? Give him another one.
That's him. I know that voice anywhere.
Good luck.
Ah-ha! You don't catch an old scout like John Blocker coming unprepared.
it work? And he's lost, like, he won't be out for hours. Brilliant, Eric. Let's have lunch. I can't help feeling a bit sorry for him. Do you think we should tell someone? He'll be stuck in there all day, Eric. He might never get out at all. Where are you going? Okay, Eric. Coast is clear. Come out now. No. I can't. What do you mean you can't? You're Eric.
Yes.
That's awful. I mean, you're too big now. You'll never get out. You'll never fit under the door.
Yes, Rachel, I know.
What are we going to do?
Well, I thought I'd start by getting dressed.
Yeah. Then what?
Well, there's a tunnel here. I suppose I better start walking.
But that could take hours, Eric. You don't know where it goes.
You better tell Mrs. Jessup.
Tell her. Tell her what?
Tell her we were worried about Mr. Blocker, and I went looking for him.
Brilliant, Eric. Brilliant.
Hello, Rachel. Where's Eric?
That's what I came to tell you, miss. He's gone looking for Mr. Blocker.
What?
Mr. Blocker got lost in the caves, and Eric's gone after him.
What did he do that for?
He thought someone ought to help.
Why couldn't he just... Miss Stapleton. We'll have to tell the museum, I suppose. Miss Stapleton, Mr. Blocker seems to have got himself lost in the caves. It'll mean organising a search party traipsing for miles underground. Goodness knows how long it'll take. Can you organise this lot with a quiz or some games or something? Leave it to me. Oh, thanks very much. Come along, Rachel. Those St. John's ambulance people should never have let him up. Not this century.
Mr. Blocker?
There's always one, isn't there? Every school party, there's always one. How long's he been lost?
Oh, about an hour, possibly more.
So what's this joker look like, then?
Oh, stout, greyish hair, tweed jacket. It's our headmaster.
Get me helmet.
You've no idea what it was like. First, the torch gave out. And then there were all those noises.
Rachel's gone for help, Mr. Blocker. I'm sure we'll be all right.
I had string and everything. And that dog just... I don't know how, but it just did.
Is that what you said?
It's still there, you know. Now, that's what really frightens me. It's still there, padding silently through the caves, waiting for its moment to strike.
I think this one's cheese and pickle.
Have you ever seen its eyes?
Not really, sir, no.
Pure evil. Little red dots, glowing with malice. I tell you, if we ever get out of here, I'm going to... Oh, that reminds me. Have you had any ideas yet?
What about, sir?
What about getting out of here?
Well, only one, sir.
Yes. Well, come on, Banks, what is it?
Help!
Right, this way.
right, John.
It was that dog, you know.
Yes, we'll talk about it when we get back to school.
If young Banks hadn't found me...
Let me wrap this round you.
I'm going to find that dog, you know.
Of course you are.
And when I do, it's going to be in very serious trouble.
Rachel, mind if I have a word?
Yes, of course, miss.
It's about your dog.
Oh,
Mr. Blocker still seems to be blaming him for the way he got lost in the caves.
well, he's not really my dog.
No, I know that. What I wanted to say was that, well, things were quite bad before the trip, but now, well, now they're rather serious.
Really?
You've heard about the trap.
Trap?
You don't think he'd fall for a trap like that, then?
I think he's too intelligent, miss.
Well, that's a relief.
I think it would just make him rather angry.
You mustn't let it, Rachel. You must make sure you keep him away from school and make sure he does absolutely nothing that could possibly annoy Mr. Blocker.
Right, miss.
There's more from Eric the dog next weekend in Woof.